Hello everyone, welcome back to Mindful Minecraft. Now, as you may be able to deduce, I am sick. Sucks. This is gonna be a pretty low effort one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted to get across an idea, and that's about it. Sometimes there's gonna be days like that. Straight up, for me, for you, it happens. I'm about to hit the snake well, and we'll see how far this goes. But I still want to get across what I need to get across. Cheers. Hopefully you're not sick today. Alright, let's get into it. Now, the idea that I wanted to get across today was we've been talking about a lot of mindfulness, and I've been not hearing, but like watching a lot of videos talking about mental health and trying to figure out like different things for myself because everybody's got their own problems. But today I want to talk about inspiration, things that inspire me and may inspire you. Now, something that I think about all the time is people that I think are really cool, straight up, just cool people. People who I look at and I say, you know what? I want to be like that guy. And because I don't think that that's like a bad thing. Like I think some people are like, I need to be original or I need to be different. I need to be not like anybody else. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. I understand wanting to be original and be different, but you know, for some of us, and I would put myself in this camp. I don't really I don't really fit it in something like that. I do a lot of like a lot of the things that I do are inspired by other people or like a video that I've seen previously. Yeah, like the idea of having like a I mean, it's not therapy, but like a therapy-esque thing going and playing a game. That's not new. That's not new at all. That's like super old. Everybody has played Minecraft before. Everybody has like taken the time to sit down and like or I guess not everybody, which is part of what I'm about to get to. So, I believe most people when they hear about like uh about things like trying to become a better artist or like art doesn't need to be one thing. It's never going to be one thing. It should never be one thing. It's always been like an amalgamation of a bunch of people's work, and that should be praised, I believe. I would like to get more into doing artistic things for me. But I also want to do artistic things that include other people's feelings, doubts, thoughts, uh, I suppose prayers. I don't know if that really counts here. I want more people to understand that art has so many different ways about it. So, this is tying back. This is tying back. So, something some things that inspire me are things like music. Different art pieces have done it. different movies, different pieces of literature have made me felt many different ways. There's so many different kinds of art, and I mean, there's no limit to it. You can be in something like a stupid office building and say your boss needs some piece of like graphic design. That's art. Or I need a little jingle for some shitty little business that I have. That's art. I need an even as stupid as I feel like this sounds, I need an ad read. That can be art. There's a limitless amount of ways for art to be used to inspire, and I have been part of the people who get inspired. I never would have even thought of trying to do this, since I've always felt myself as such a recluse. I've struggled my entire life with caring about art and the different things that art can do for you. I've appreciated art before. I've listened to art. I've bought art. I love everything that goes to do with it. I've I listen to a lot of horror stories, but a lot of horror stories allow me to reflect on some actions that I may have felt differently towards at one time. You know what I mean? And it's there's I just cannot get over the amount of things that I've seen. So, some of the things that actually inspire me. I've been inspired by uh, a lot of rap culture, so at least as of now, I listen to a lot of Kendrick Lamar, Doechii, SZA, Tyler the Creator. I feel like these are all people, at least in this stage of their life, that are all trying really, really hard to get a a message through to people and to try and light a fire in people's hearts to want to do more. Because I feel like a lot of people don't feel that way anymore. I know there used to be the feeling of like, oh well, if I'm really good at it, I'm just gonna be cool about it. I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna like, no big deal. But I'm not really attracted to that mindset anymore. I'm much more interested in the mindset of I am struggling. You know what I mean? I like that mindset. I like the mindset of I am having a hard time. But you know what? We persevere. We continue. We move forward. Because I assume whatever is consuming somebody to not do what they want, it's because of some kind of shame or feeling of inability. It doesn't really matter what. It's just that I love the stories behind people. I enjoy hearing that other people are human, because uh, that's not what it's always felt like for me. I have had many days where I myself feel inhuman. I feel like I could wander off and nobody would even know, right? Or, I mean, people would care very little. But, I feel like now that's probably not the case. Uh, I have wandered off from where my family is, but I'm still in contact with them almost nonstop. I try my best, but things always get in the way for everybody, for everything. And that's normal. That's fine. It takes time to build all these different like ways of propping ourselves up. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes stress, blood, tears. I mean, damn. I have not cried more than I have in this past year. With zero doubt in my mind. I I didn't cry for the longest time. I thought I couldn't cry for the longest time. Uh there was I mean, I have gone from okay, wipe it. Wipe it clean. I am my own inspiration as well. I have gone from a boy who is stuck at his grandparents' house. Who didn't I didn't want to leave. Uh, I was very comfortable. I was given just about everything, but I was one. And then I pushed myself, right? That's where it starts. That's where it starts. You push yourself. And then, you know what? I felt good about that decision. Which the decision was to move out, to go, and I made a different move. I left my grandparents to go live with my parents because my parents would actually light a fire under my ass and not just let me kind of dwindle. They didn't want to see me stop and settle for less. They wanted me to push. And so I pushed. And I pushed. And you know where that got me? That got me 2 years later. That got me a girlfriend that I love so very much. That got me moved out within a year and a half. That got me a job. It got me to help myself out of my own depression. Obviously, not everything is going to work for not everything I'm saying here is going to work for everybody. There's going to be stipulations to what you need to do. But I do believe with a high intensity that it makes sense that as soon as you start pushing yourself, you're gonna want to do it again and again and again and again and again, and you're gonna want to see yourself become the best version of yourself. You're gonna want to see what you dream about in the mirror. At least for me, I need that. I need that push. If I don't push, I will dwindle. I will settle. And I'm not happy when I'm settled. I need to be in discomfort for me to continue to push. I refuse to not push myself, to let myself have a lower standard. I want to be a great man that can be looked upon fondly and can be looked upon for advice, wisdom, and courage. I want to be there for people and I want to help others. I don't know about everybody else, but I have been doing my best to push myself for more social interactions, and that has been a world of love being opened up to me. I never thought that I could show such care and compassion for such random people or random acts of kindness. It means the world to me to even try to do anything for anybody. I can't get this out of my mind, and I hope that I can get this into other people's minds, is the fact that we can continue to set a higher bar no matter where we want to stop. And I think when you do stop, that's fine. But you do still need to bring that bar just a smidge higher. Because you're still living, you're still learning, and you can still continue. Now, this isn't saying go, 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 burn out, burn out, burn out, burn out, and just continue. Like, no. I believe that some of that push needs to be a push to understand how you can rest and recover from all of your pushing of stress and and trying. Trying is hard, trying will be difficult, but it will be worth it in the end. And all good things come with time. You need to take the time to push. It's hard, it's painful, but it's worth it because it's real. And real things come with real beauty and satisfaction and purpose. These are only some of the things that I've been thinking about through my past, I guess, week, really, because I mean, I was just here. But I've been thinking about that a lot ever since I even moved out. What is the man that I want to be one day? What is the people that I want to surround myself with? What are the people that I want to engage with or that I want to listen to and take advice from? I think it's important to evaluate all these things and understand exactly where you want to be in life and where you want to go. Because if life without direction is difficult, it only gets harder. You say to yourself, oh, well, I can put it off, I'll do it another day, another time, and you know what, that's fine until it's not. And then you say, oh no, and then you panic. But if you take the time to understand what needs to be done in order to get to where you need to go, you're going to know and laser in on where it is that you're going. And I don't mean to preach this over and over again, but this is just how I personally have figured out I need to live my life. There's no way. I mean, if I hadn't pushed myself to do a lot of things, there's many ideals that, say, my grandparents had that I listened to and subscribed to for the longest time, but I had to challenge it. I had to challenge their beliefs, to challenge my own thoughts. And in that, I found what I actually believe. And I think that that's massively beautiful for myself. because I am my own story, my own inspiration. I pushed myself to a different level. I got myself out of bed. I got myself into whatever situation I got. I hold myself accountable for my own life. It's difficult, but it's necessary. If I were to just all of a sudden be like, if I were to relapse per se and say, no, you know what? I'm happy with where I'm at. I'll settle here. I'm 23. I work in construction. I move around a bunch of heavy stuff. I do a bunch of work for guys who are higher up than I am, older than I am, in more pain, and possibly, considering the day and considering the guy, in more misery than I ever want to experience. And am I saying I'll never experience whatever it is that they might have been going through? No. But what I'm saying is that I can deliver to myself dreams and possibilities that I never would have imagined. I never thought that I would make it past 16 years old. I believed myself often when I told myself that I would make it nowhere. I believed that I would be either a high school or a college dropout. I would never drive a car or cook my own food or do my own laundry. What I would much rather believe was that I was going to be some pothead locked up in his grandmother's house and stuck, always feeling shame for myself. I don't believe that anymore because that's just not me anymore. That's not my life. That's not who I am. I have become a driven individual who will continue to try and drive myself further and further. There's a lot of things that I believe people get right and wrong about how they want to either be perceived or how they want to perceive themselves. And I believe that perceiving yourself is the first step in becoming genuine in your own life and your own thoughts. It's hard, and I might be rambling, and I might be saying stupid, I don't know. But I do feel strongly that there are things that you can do to help yourself in whatever passion that you may have. You can do it. If you haven't heard it or you don't hear it enough, you can do it. There's no reason you can't. I promise you, you'll be able to make it through. You'll be able to make that speech You'll be able to tell them what you need to tell them. You'll be able to show off what you believe is good work, and they will believe as well that it is good work because it is, because it's full of passion. It is full of human interaction. It is full of you. It's full of your heart, your beliefs, your will. Your willpower can rocket ship you into some of the highest heights. And unchecked can also cause massive burnout. So it is a balancing act. There will be times where you need to slow down, but never stop. You can't stop or you'll become stagnant. Now, taking a pause, different. Stopping is ending. You're done. You stopped. You're giving up. As long as you still have that dream, you haven't given up yet. As long as you still have that passion, that pursuit of whatever it might be that you need, or you feel like you could do, you haven't stopped. You've just taken a break. Sometimes it's hard to even get in a break for yourself. Say you're going to work all the time. I mean, I know I don't even really have a ton of time for this. That's why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it right now, is because I don't have a ton of time. I need to get these thoughts out. I need to get this creative flow going. I want to do something as a creative, and I refuse to let myself become stagnant and stop. I have done that. If you look on this channel, I started and stopped 2, 3, 4 times, but I have never lost my passion for wanting to do this. I've always believed that it was important, that I have taken in so much content and so many words that I need to be able to show that and gift my knowledge to others. I've had a long history of doing my best and it not being enough for somebody. Doesn't matter who. But in a lot of that time and knowledge getting, I realized that it doesn't matter how far I should be or whatever, as long as I am taking the time and patience to learn what I need to learn, I'm gonna grow into a person that understands what I need to understand for me. Nobody's life is the same. Nobody. Everybody's got their own issues. Everybody's got their own dreams, passions, desires, wants, addictions. I am not a perfect human, and I'll never be a perfect human. I will be a lifelong learner. I cannot stress this enough. There will always be more time and more time that I will sit here and need to listen, because I am never gonna run out of things that are new experiences to me. I've never been 23 before, living in my own apartment, driving the car I drive, doing the work that I do, experiencing the stress that I have under the job and load that I've given myself. It will never be the same. There is a quote from a movie that I heard, and I'm not gonna act like I know where it's from, but but it spoke to me. All right, and you know what it said? He says, you know, he had come back from prison, and I am assuming he was some kind of gang lord, and he came back. I believe he was doing his own thing, and some people wanted to say he doesn't belong anymore. And he says, you know what? I'm not the same man I was before. And this place is not the same place it always was. And he says, a man never crosses the same river twice. Now that spoke to me because what he says after is, once a man crosses a river, he is no longer the same man, nor is that river the exact same river, which is just true. That river's going to continue to warp and bend and be different than it once was. And you, as yourself, are going to continue to bend and change and be different. You're never going to be the same person in any given instance. You may do some of the same things, but you're always learning, you're always striving for better. You're always looking to learn more. And if that's learning more about the best thing, about the things that you care about, then go for it. I'm rambling a lot, and I'm sick, and this NyQuil might be kicking me. But I thank you for your time. I thank you for listening. It means a lot to me, because without somebody else here, I'm just some guy talking into the void. But thank you. I appreciate you listening. Please tell me your stories in the comments. Please tell me. I want to know your life. I want to know about you. Let me rip it down all down there. Rip it all. Tell me. I want to know what your life story is. I want to know what's going on with you. I want to know how you made it to where you've made it. Let's just keep it going. Positivity, guys. We bring everybody up. That's what we're here for. I love you. Have a fantastic morning, evening, night. Good luck. Have fun. Keep moving forward. Bye-bye.